everybody! Otome timing. I'm Maxi.
I'm Jenny.
I'm Nina.
I'm Bella. And this is also the first time we are recording during quarantine.
And today we're gonna answer some maybe not so obvious questions for you.
Roll the intro.
But before we get to it, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We will love you forever and you will help us grow this channel. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell as well.
So the first question is, what does spring mean to you? Well, spring is kind of like the beginning of the year for me. Winter doesn't count. It's dark, it's cold, I hate it, way too many clothes to put on. Just no.
The first thing that comes up to my mind is my wedding, because I married 3 years ago. Yeah, it was on the 21st of March, it's the beginning of spring. And fun fact, also my parents married on that day, so that really makes the season special to me.
Spring is actually my favorite season because it's my birthday in spring. Easter is in spring, short time before my birthday or short time after my birthday, and I really enjoy Easter. It's my favorite holiday and I really love my birthday, and also because everything is starting to bloom and the winter is finally behind us and it's getting warmer, but it's not too hot yet.
Spring to me usually means that days are getting longer, I can leave the winter depression behind, I can go out more often, I can get out my whole clothes, I can fix up my balcony. That's what I like doing. I like to plant seeds and watch them grow and have flowers on my balcony. Yeah.
What's a job you'd like to try? Yeah, I always want to be a sommelier, you know, the guy who tries the wine. And I think the problem about it is that I would need to eat some meat and I'm a vegetarian, so it doesn't work out for me. But drinking wine I can do in my free time as well, so it's not that bad.
Recently I saw a documentary about midwives that was really interesting and an exciting job. It's also very hard and not well paid, so yeah, well, that sucks, but I think I'd really enjoy to do this job.
A millionaire! Does that count?
I'd like to join some ghost hunters. I think it would be pretty fun and interesting to explore some building or something that is so-called haunted. Is that even a real job?
What's something you think hasn't changed since you were little? My favorite Pixar movie stayed the same all the time. Like, I really enjoyed watching Toy Story as a child, and I still really enjoy watching those movies.
I guess that I don't sleep a lot. My parents love to tell the story how I was able to fall asleep really fast for like the first 2 months of my life, and that's it. After that, I just wouldn't sleep. I just wouldn't fall asleep. And they tried everything, and it went to the point where they just accepted that I wouldn't fall asleep and that I would get up every night. And they, instead of like trying to get me to stay into bed, they just put a blanket under my bed so I wouldn't hurt myself when I got up. Like, I don't sleep, and I still don't fall asleep very easily. Yeah, that hasn't changed.
Kind of hard question for me because I can't remember much from my childhood, but I think I always had a really good relationship with my brother, which I still have, so I guess that didn't change.
I would say my need for sweets, because I like chocolate and I like chocolate a lot.
What's a thing you do every day? Eat, sleep, brush my teeth, do my skincare routine, hang out on social media way too much.
I need to have my coffee.
I start a day with hitting the gym.
But that's easy. It's singing. I can clean, I can cook without, I can shower, I'm a Disney princess inside. I need to sing every day.
Is there any sport you'd like to try? Oh yes, I always wanted to be a circus artist, like I think it's very impressive what they do, like doing stunts on that swing thingies and so on. But I'm too lazy.
And of course, there's so many different kinds of sports I like to try, especially martial arts, because I'm in love with people doing tornado kicks. That's so cool. But I mean, I just started to dance, and this is already complicated for me. But I really enjoy it, and I'm looking forward to learn more moves.
Yes! And it's goat yoga. It sounds really, really fun. I don't even know if that's a thing in Germany. I hope it is. I really want to do it.
Actually, yes, I'd like to learn how to play tennis. I don't know why, but I want to learn how to play tennis, and I would also love to know how to dive. Unfortunately, I can't dive because I get really a lot of pain in my ears, but I'd love to know how to dive and how to play tennis, but that may be in my future, who knows?
What part of your body do you have self-confidence in? It's a super tricky one.
Tough question.
That's a tricky question.
Now that is a tricky question.
Oh, my abs. Yeah, my abs, because I trained them a lot, and I'm looking forward to summer because I like to wear crop tops and show my abs off. This is really something I'm proud of.
Honestly, I just have self-confidence in my body in general while dancing. The only body part I can think of where I'm getting more and more self-confidence in is my hair. I fighted it for a really long time because I always wanted to have straight hair, and curls can be very annoying. But I recently started to get in touch with them and to accept it, and I feel way more confident with my natural hair than, well, bad example because my hair straightened today, but I swear I feel very much more confident with my natural curls now.
But I really do like my eyes.
You know, we live in a world, in a society that tells you that in order to win, you have to be thin. And it's getting better, of course. But still, I've grown up with the notion that being slender is all you have to be. And as you can tell, I'm a thick girl. And I've always been. I've always been a thick girl. And there were times in my life when this made me really sad. Especially having a big butt. I have a big butt, and yeah, it made me sad at times. But I've realized now, lately, that it's not the worst body to have, and that curves aren't necessarily a bad thing, and that being skinny and tiny isn't the only way to be beautiful, and that as long as you're healthy, that's fine. Also, I've learned that it's quite impossible to have like natural double Ds on a size 4. So yeah, being curvy and slender at the same time, not so easy. Not so realistic either.
If you had a time machine, where would you go? I'm really sorry, this is so annoying for you. I know, baby. My first thought is to go back and change something, but at the same time I would be way too scared what would change in my future now, if I would have any of my friends, if I would have any of my family members, and so maybe I would just go way ahead in the future and look what the technology is like, what the people are like, what culture has become.
I don't know, I think the appropriate answer here is always to go and kill Hitler. Oh, I would go to a time when Corona's over. Yeah, that's what I would do.
Where would I go, or when would I go? I think a lot of places. Like probably maybe 200 years in the future, just to see if Earth is still there and maybe what changed.
A little bit frightening the thought of traveling through time, because if you go to the past, you always need to be afraid of changing something, and this is going to destroy the future, maybe. So maybe I would go forward and see what's happened to the world after quarantine, maybe.
If you were an owner, what kind of company or shop would you like to own? I think I would like to own a shop where there were just as much women CEOs as men CEOs. Too deep? Okay. I don't know. I really don't see myself in that kind of... Maybe a publishing company. Maybe a publishing company.
very easy, and I think everyone would guess that. Yes, I'd like to own a cake shop, of course. Bake my own creations and decorate cakes.
Yeah, my best friend and I always talk about having a little cafe on a beach with dogs. This is like the whole concept around it.
I thought a lot about this question and I can't really come up with anything. The only thing what I would want is some place where people could come and have fun and have joy and can forget about the day and the struggles and everything.
If you could transform into any kind of animal, what would it be? I really love animals. Just one is a little bit unfair. But the first animal that comes to my mind would be an owl, because I really like them. Yeah, owls can fly. That's cool.
I guess maybe a turtle, because they live a really long time. Are there any animals that don't have any natural predators? Like a jellyfish, maybe? I think there are immortal jellyfishes.
Penguin, yes, because I could slide down hills on my belly, probably. If I do that just now, that probably would hurt. I'd be a penguin.
So many animals. I love cats and I love the feeling of speed. I would like to transform into a cheetah and just...
If you could have a whole week off, absolutely no deadlines and no responsibilities, what would you do? I would think about doing so much, like, okay, I'm baking cakes and muffins and cookies, and then playing the guitar and the ukulele, and maybe painting and starting to do all the things I enjoy but never find the time to do. As it always is with those kind of things, in the end I'd probably lay in my bed and play Animal Crossing.
I would just play PlayStation for a whole week. I just started Final Fantasy 15 and I'm not really far, so I would use that time to game. I would have a week with no responsibilities. I would just spend it on the beach.
That's an easy one. I need to finish Skyrim. So many quests, so many side quests.
I would probably bore myself to death. Or I would go on vacation, I don't know. Maybe that. Go somewhere where I can lie at the beach. Like eat there, sleep there, just lie at the beach in my bikini with some fruit and a cocktail. That sounds nice. Maybe I'll take that. Okay, there were 10 questions. Hopefully you got to know us a little bit better and you like this video.
If you have more questions for us, then leave them in the comments. We will read them and we will collect them, and if we get enough, we will probably make another part of this video.
Or suggest other content you want to see.
Let us know in the comments, we'll read all of them, I promise.
Okay, so then see you next week. Bye.
So if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, leave a comment below and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next week. Bye!